Welcome friends, welcome to KDC's botany classes. Presently we are discussing various genetic terms which are used in genetics, but particularly in context to the Mendelian genetics. We have so far discussed what's a character, we have so far discussed what is a trait, we have so far discussed what is a gene, we have so far discussed what are mutant alleles, we have so far discussed what are, these original alleles, wild type alleles. So, and presently we are discussing, today we will discuss another, genetic term, that is genotype. Genotype, right? What is a genotype? If I will just discuss, if I will just write the definition of genotype, genotype की definition मैं ऐसे लिखता हूँ, genotype of an individual refers to sum total of genes inherited from both the parents, whether irrespective of, I may say irrespective of whether they are expressed or not. In the offspring. Let me write down here also, in the offspring. मैं आपको बता रहा हूं, ये जो जीनोटाइप हम डिफाइन करते हैं, we define genotype as genotype of an individual refers to sum total of genes inherited from both parents, irrespective of whether they are expressed or not in the offspring. Suppose two parents are, this is a tall parent, right? I will write the initial letter TT, capital, double dominant, okay? And this is the dwarf parent. This is double recessive, small t and small t. Okay, their, offspring F1 hybrid will be T and T. How? We will explain this in our coming, video lectures, monohybrid class, dihybrid class. So, this is offspring, right? It has inherited all the genes from parents, both the parents. इस parent से भी और इस parent से, irrespective of whether they are expressed or not in the offspring. This is offspring, but in this offspring, one is expressed. The gene or trait responsible for tallness is expressed, whereas allele responsible for dwarfness has not expressed itself. This is how we define genotype, right? Genotype of an individual refers to sum total of genes inherited from both parents. This is one parent, parent 1, parent 2, irrespective of whether they are expressed or not. यहाँ पे हम ये देखते हैं कि दोनों जीन्स जो इनहेरिटेड किए थे ऑफस्प्रिंग ने पेरेंट से, इसमें कोई एक्सप्रेस हुआ या नहीं हुआ, इस बात पे जोर नहीं है. जोर ये है कि F1 हाइब्रिड ने जीन्स इनहेरिट किए फ्रॉम बोथ द पेरेंट्स, राइट? सपोज if I will tell you this TT, right? Capital T, small t, and small t. These are genotypes. These are basically genotypes for size of stem. These are genotypes. TT, capital T, small t. These are genotypes for size of stem. In pure tall. This is pure tall, right? Hybrid tall. This is hybrid tall, right? And dwarf pea plants, dwarf pea plants, dwarf pea plants. These are examples of genotype in pea plants. This is tall, this is pure tall. Because if we will self-pollinate it, self-cross it, it will give only tall plants, right? This is hybrid tall. This is hybrid tall. Because if we will self-pollinate this plant, if we will self-pollinate this plant, F1 hybrid, it will not give tall plants only. It will give a combination of tall plants and the recessive plant. So we say that this is a hybrid. It doesn't breed true. It's the reason why we call it as a hybrid tall. It's not a pure tall because it doesn't give on self-pollination only tall plants. It can give a mixture of both tall plants and it can give also the recessive plants, dwarf plants. In certain ratio वो हम बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे, ठीक है? तो this is pure tall, this is hybrid tall, and this is dwarf pea plant, right? And this is the example of genotype. Once again, I will tell you, genotype of an individual refers to the sum total of genes inherited from both parents, irrespective of whether they are expressed or not in the offspring. We had two parents, tall plant, and recessive plant. We crossed them, right? And then seeds were produced from these plants. Those seeds were, sown, and the plants formed from those seeds. Those were like this, hybrid tall in F1 generation. It's the reason why this is known as F1 hybrid. So we can label this tall, and this dwarf as examples of genotype. This is recessive, right? This is tall but pure tall. This is tall but hybrid tall. Only difference between pure tall and hybrid tall is that pure tall can form tall plants when self-pollinated, while as hybrid tall cannot give, cannot give rise to only tall plants when it is self-pollinated, self-fertilized, self-fertilized. It can give a mixture of both tall plants and dwarf plants, but in a certain mixture, in a certain ratio, that we will discuss later on, okay? This is genotype. Now let us come, based on the genotype of an individual, based on genotype of an organism, organisms are of two types. If we take, अगर हम genotype of an organism consideration में लेते हैं, there could be two types of organisms. Number one, homozygous organisms, right? Number two, heterozygous organisms. Based on the genotype of an individual or of an organism, there could be two types of organisms: homozygous organisms and heterozygous organisms. Let us discuss first one, homozygous, then heterozygous. Come to the first one, homozygous. An organism in which both the alleles of a character, in which both the alleles of a character are identical or same. If an organism in which both the alleles of a character are identical, where on the corresponding loci in homologous chromosomes is said to be homozygous organism. This is the definition of a homozygous organism. I will repeat again. An organism in which both the alleles of a character are identical on the corresponding loci on the similar position. Here corresponding means similar, loci means position. In homologous chromosome is said to be homozygous organism. Suppose this is homologous pair of chromosomes, right? There is a gene, suppose gene A is responsible for height. ठीक है ना? If height has two alternatives, right? One is, tall and other is short or dwarf. When this character, which is responsible for height character, both the alleles are identical, they are same. Right? On the corresponding loci in homologous chromosomes, similar loci, similar position, they are identical, they are similar. We label this type of organism as homozygous organism. Right? Examples. This T and T, if a plant you have a tall, T and T, right? And this T and T, tall and dwarf. P plants with genotype T and T, capital and small, right? Dominant and recessive, are said to be homozygous, for height character, This is how we define homozygous organism. A homozygous organism in which both the alleles of a character are identical. They are identical on the corresponding loci. This means on the same position, related position. ठीक है ना? In homologous chromosome, in homologous pair of chromosome, ठीक है ना? Is said to be homozygous organism. What are the examples of homozygous organisms? I will just tell you, I have told you that this is a tall plant, right? Right? And this is a dwarf plant. These genotypes, small t and small t, capital T and capital T, these are the genotypes of pea plants which are homozygous for height character. These are homozygous for height character. Suppose there is another pair of, homologous chromosome. The character is height. Corresponding loci, corresponding position पे similar genes हैं, but they are dwarf. Similar traits, right? तो यहाँ पे tall traits थे दोनों, जब similar है, ठीक है ना? दो traits of a character is height. In this case, the two traits are similar. That is tall. In this case, the two traits are similar. That is dwarf. We consider such organisms, these and these, as homozygous organisms. These are homozygous. Homozygous organisms always breed true for a specific character or a specific trait. That means they give rise to offspring with the similar genotypes and phenotypes. If we will just cross T and T with another tall plant, this will breed true. This breeding true, characteristic is only seen in homozygous organisms. Yes, we label this one, this combination, capital T and capital T, ठीक है ना, is homozygous dominant. हम इसको क्या नाम देते हैं? Homozygous dominant. And at the same time, this combination, small t and small t, we label this combination as homozygous recessive. Homozygous recessive. These are homozygous organisms. Again, an organism in which both the alleles, that means this allele and this allele, of a character are identical. They are similar. यहाँ पे भी dwarf allele जो है और tall, यहाँ पे भी similar है, homologous chromosome पे एक ही पोजीशन पे, यहाँ पे भी similar है. ऐसे organisms को हम homozygous organisms कहते हैं. Right? Examples कौन से homozygous organism के genotype की? Pea plants with genotype this capital T and capital T, small t and small t. They are homozygous for height character. ठीक है? But the combination small t and small t, this is known as homozygous recessive. While is the combination capital T and capital T, this is known as homozygous dominant. Right? These are homozygous organisms. Let's come to next one, that is heterozygous organisms. Heterozygous organisms. Let me define here the heterozygous organisms. Heterozygous and organism. Heterozygous organisms. And organism in which both the alleles on are unlike. Let me tell you, वहां हमने लिखा था identical, यहाँ लिखिए are unlike. They are dissimilar. Here they are not similar. They are dissimilar. They are dissimilar. An organism in which both the alleles are unlike at corresponding loci. Position in homologous chromosome. In homologous chromosome is said to be heterozygous organism. Heterozygous organism. Right? This is heterozygous organism. Suppose this is homologous pair of chromosome. Right? The character is height. यहाँ पे same position पे unlike है. ये T है, capital T, और यहाँ पे ये small t है. ये tallness के लिए responsible है, ये dwarfness के लिए responsible है. यहाँ पे corresponding loci पे जो दो traits थे, जो दो alleles थे, जो दो alleles थे, वो unlike थे. लिहाजा इसको हम heterozygous organism कहते हैं. Corresponding loci in homologous chromosomes. यहाँ पे T, capital T, that means tall, and small t, that means recessive or dwarf. This is known as. जबकि हमने अभी जो homozygous पढ़ा था उसमें homologous chromosome में ऐसे कैरेक्टर था height, ठीक है ना, ये पोजीशन थी, corresponding position, same position, ठीक है ना, homologous pair of chromosomes में यहाँ पे था T और यहाँ पे था T, it was same alleles. या यहाँ पे था small t, यहाँ पे था small t, these were the same alleles. When the two alleles of a character, I mean to say, are similar on homologous chromosome, same position, then we say that this is homologous organism. When the two alleles of a character, that means here it is height, they are unlike, they are different, then we say that this is heterozygous organism. जैसे अगर हमने homozygous organism की example दी थी T and TT, right? यहाँ पे heterozygous organism की क्या है example? यहाँ पे heterozygous organism की है example capital T, small t. ठीक है ना? These are the pea plants with a combination of allele pair capital T and small t. The pea plants which have a combination of allele pair capital T and small t, they are heterozygous for height character. Whereas the pea plants with combinations capital T are small t, they are alleles which are homozygous for this height character. But in this homozygous allele, heterozygous allele pair, in case of homozygous organism, right? One allele codes for dominance, that is this, and other allele codes for recessiveness. Out of the two, only one is expressed. That is tall, one is dominant, one is expressed. Whereas other one remains unexpressed. This is heterozygous organism. Only difference between homozygous and heterozygous organisms is that on the same position in a homologous chromosome, the alleles of a character may be same, such as TT, TT, or the alleles of a character may be different, such as capital T and small t. When they are different, we call such an organism as heterozygous organism. When they are same, when they are similar, when they are identical, we call such an organism as homozygous organism. And another difference is that these homozygous organisms can breed true for a specific character. That means they can form, offsprings which have similar genotypes and phenotypes with their parents. Whereas in heterozygous organism, this true breeding concept is absent. They can't form this tall plant when it will be self-pollinated. It can't form only tall plants. It can form tall plants and dwarf plants in a certain ratio. जो हम इनकमिंग अपकमिंग हमारे वीडियो लेक्चर्स हैं उसमें हम डिस्कस करेंगे, राइट? This is homozygous and heterozygous organisms. It was genotype. I told you that based on genotype, organisms can be divided into two types: homozygous organisms and heterozygous organisms. You can sometimes see in your books heterozygote and homozygote. Homozygote is the homozygous organism, whereas heterozygote is the heterozygous organism. Okay? I hope that you might have got something. Okay. Come to the next one. Then it is phenotype. 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 Phenotype of an organism refers to expressed or observable characters. Observable, structural and functional characters produced from interaction of genes with their environment. This is known as phenotype. Phenotype of an organism refers to the expressed or observable structural and functional characters produced from interaction of genes with their environment. What you can see? Tallness. You are seeing tall plants. This is their, phenotype. Tallness. Examples of this phenotype is tallness in pea plants. Tallness, or even for that matter, dwarfness in pea plants. Examples of this phenotype is the color blindness in man. When there is a reduced ability in some human beings to distinguish between various colors, this is known as color blindness. The examples of phenotype, I can quote two examples: tallness of pea plants, which can be observed, which you can see, right? Any structure, long plants, any function, right? Tallness of pea plants and color blindness in human man are the examples of phenotype, right? Both these characters, if I will see tallness in this pea plants and color blindness in man, these can be noticed with our eyes. Whatever we notice with our eyes, जो हम देखते हैं अपने आंखों से, we can say that this is the phenotype of this plant. Even blood. This can also be called as a phenotype, because we can know this blood group of a human being by a special test. When we will go for a blood test, we come to know what is his blood group, what is his blood group, what's my blood group, what's your blood group. We can know by a special test. That which we can know, that which we can see with our eyes, this we call as that this is phenotype. We call this as phenotype. And this phenotype can change. This phenotype can change with the environment. Suppose if I will stay for a long time in open sun, right? My skin becomes tan. Some black scars start to appear in my skin. So my phenotype has changed. I was fair. I was very, whitish in color. But when I stayed for a longer period in open sun, some, tanned scars were formed on my, skin. So I can say that this phenotype can change with environment. Example of change of phenotype can be seen in a skin. While somebody may expose himself for longer periods in the sun, his skin automatically becomes tan. This is another term, phenotype, right? Now let's come one more term. So far we have discussed character, right? We have discussed trait, right? We have discussed allele. Mutant allele, wild allele. We have discussed gene, right? We have discussed wild type characters, mutant characters. We have discussed genotype. We have discussed phenotype. Many characters we have discussed. We have discussed what are homozygous organisms, what are heterozygous organisms, right? Now, one more, term which we will discuss, that is Punnett square. Punnett square. Punnett square. If we do, genotypes of parents. This is a tall plant, right? We will cross it with a dwarf plant. We know the genotype, right? This capital T and capital T. This small t and small t. This is the genotype of these plants. Parent 1, parent 2. So if we know the genotype of parents, the phenotype of offsprings will be predicted easily. We can predict. We can come to know to the genotype of offsprings, provided we know the genotype of parents. But how can we know it? By a chart or a diagram. That chart or diagram is known as Punnett square. Sometimes it comes in the examination. Board paper setters just put this, short note, short answer question in the, question paper. What's the Punnett square? I'm saying that if I or you just know the phenotype of, genotype of parents. Suppose this is parent number 1, this is parent number 2. You know the genotype, TT, and TT, small t. You know the genotype of parents. Once you know the genotype of parents, you can easily predict. You can easily, see the genotypes of offspring. But how? By a diagram, by a spatial chart. That's known as Punnett square. Why it's known as Punnett square? Because first it's square in shape, I will just tell you. And then second, it was discovered by a British genetist. His name was R.C. Punnett. R.C. Punnett. And he used this Punnett square for the first time in 1927. Okay? This is Punnett square. Definition of a Punnett square. If you know the genotypes of parents, the genotypes of offspring can be predicted by a spatial diagram or a chart. That's known as Punnett square. Punnett square was for the first time used by a British genetist, whose name was R.C. Punnett, who used this Punnett square for the first time in 1927. And now let us see how this Punnett square works. Now This is a tall plant, right? Okay, this is a short plant, dwarf plant. This is P1, this is P1, this is P2, parent number 2, right? We will cross them, okay? This is tall. When I say tall, it is its phenotype, right? Phenotype, right? ठीक है ना? It is, when I talk of genotype, अगर इस प्लांट के जीनोटाइप की मैं बात करूंगा, its genotype is capital T, okay? Now come to this plant. This is dwarf. This is dwarf. When I say dwarf, I mean that its phenotype is dwarf, right? And when I say genotype, I mean it is genotype is small t and small t, right? Now, when we will cross it, first this plant will form gametes, right? Then this plant will form gametes. Okay. What is peanut scare? Peanut scare is a box. Scare, big scare. Checkerboard. Peanut scare is a checkerboard. Let me write a bit high on the ground with this, board. This is a checkerboard or a big scare. Like this. Like this. Peanut scare is a checkerboard or a big scare which has many small squares or boxes, right? In this peanut scare, we can write or we can show gametes, both male gametes and female gametes. Male gametes are usually written on the horizontal row. Suppose this was the male gamete, right? T and T, इसके vertical row पे हमने male gametes लिखे, and female gametes can be written on the vertical row. These were horizontal. It's not necessary. Where you can write male gametes and where you can write female gametes. But practice was that Pinnett used male gametes on the horizontal row, while as he used female gametes on the vertical column. Right? And then these gametes are randomly fused. Like this, TT, 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 and TT. यो ये इसके साथ किया, ये इसके साथ किया, ये इसके साथ किया और ये इसके साथ किया. ठीक है? This is how we can know the phenotype. This is how we can know the phenotype and genotype of parents by the help of this Pinnett scale. Now, in this class, how we can know the phenotype? This is, I said that this gives the two, what? This gives this two gametes, okay? This plant gives two gametes. Then we can make a checkerboard, we can make a Pinnett scale. In the first vertical column, horizontal column, we will write male gametes, right? Let us consider this one is male. We have written यहाँ पे हमने small t लिखा है और यहाँ पे हमने small t. Now we can consider this one as female. We have written female gametes on the vertical column. When we will just cross them, we will find the genotype of the offspring. Offspring here was tall plant, but it was hybrid plant, because in every box you can see tall, 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 and tall. Why? Because this is dominant. Correct? Allele for dwarfness is dominant. It has not expressed itself. This is Pinnett scale. If I will just quickly, repeat the Pinnett scale. If you know the genotype of parents, this is its genotype and this is its genotype, we can be in a position to know or predict the genotype of offsprings by a spatial diagram or a chart that's known as pinot square. Why it is known as pinot square? First, it's square in shape. It's a checkerboard-like structure. Big square having small squares in it, right? And it was discovered by R.C. Punnett, who was a British genetist. He used this Punnett square for the first time in 1927. Okay? This Punnett square is a square-like structure. It's a checkerboard which has columns and rows. In these columns and rows, we can write what? Male and female gametes. Usually, male gametes are shown on, right, horizontal row, whereas female gametes are written on vertical row. Then these gametes are randomly fused. Once they are fused, we get the offsprings, by which we can know the genotypes of offsprings. I hope that you might have understood today's video lecture. If you like my, if you have understood my lecture, like this video, share this video, and subscribe my, YouTube channel, KD Sir's Botany Classes. Thank you. Till then, bye.